Hello, beautiful ones. How are we doing today? I hope you've had an absolutely amazing day. I know here in Adelaide, we've had the best weather day. I'm so glad and grateful because you know what? I was working outside a lot today and finishing off an absolutely incredible window. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Patricia. Hello. So glad to have you with us today. And I have to be honest with you, it has been absolute delight of a day. And if it wasn't for Bunnings selling the homeowner a product that didn't have all the bits, I would have literally finished that window today. I was just like, oh no. But what can you do? It is what it is. So anyway, all right, let me just jump over to good old Facebook land. Apparently it's playing nice today. It is what it is. So let me just pin that comment. There we go. And I think I've done everything else. Oh, those lovely love hearts. I don't get to see them on StreamYard. It's so nice to see them sitting in the chat though. Thank you so much. All right. So yes, very, very happy to have had an amazing day on the House of Renos, the original House of Renos in my world. It's a house that I have been working on for a long time. But anyway, all right. So what did you all get up to today? I'm curious. Let me know. What did you get up to, Melinda? What did you get up to, Patricia? I'd love to know. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Thank you, honey. I just felt the pink today. Pink was the day. Pink. We're on fire. Yes, it's a long weekend, obviously, here in Australia this weekend. Well, for I think most of us, I don't know about everybody, but for most of us it is. We've got, here in South Australia at the very least, we've got a public holiday Monday. So, and I was like, I was looking forward to maybe getting out to the bush, doing that sort of thing. But no, I'm going to be helping a friend tomorrow afternoon. I've got an online meeting in the morning, and I've got to help a friend with her unpacking of her house move on Saturday afternoon. I'll be heading out to a friend up at Harndorf in the middle of the day on Sunday, then dropping through to Flaxley after that to drop in to Joan at the Farm for Wellbeing, some flyers for the Honouring You retreat in November, which, of course, if you wish to come along to that and you pop your deposit in today of $100, you will still be able to secure that early bird price. Just between you, me, and the doorpost. That's actually not public knowledge as such. It's only just sort of splattered in there just a little bit to those very special beings. So yeah, payment plan, early bird price, and you only have to put the deposit in today. And then we can sort out the rest of the payments over the month of October. How does it get any better? And I'll do a little advert for that in a little bit. And then on Monday, I am having a visit from a friend who I haven't seen in a very long time. So I've got a busy old weekend, and it would be lovely to get up and do some walking and stuff in the bush. I think maybe Monday morning I might do that. That might be a good idea. Let's see. What have you guys been up to? Lunch with your dad and sister. Oh, lovely. Beautiful, Melinda. It's always nice when you can have those kinds of relationships, isn't it? And Patricia laying in with lovely fire on with my granddaughter Amelia. Oh, that sounds amazing, Patricia. Lovely. I've been up and down ladders and playing on kind of scaffolding and oh dear, but I have to say this window, it's so amazing. This house is nearly 100 years old. So it's just so beautiful to be bringing it back to life. As they say, it's like restoration takes so much longer than just, you rip out the old and chuck in a new one. And it's so interesting looking at it from that perspective, because it's like, how often do we think that our own spiritual journey is going to be as easy as just ripping out the old window and chucking in a nice new aluminium window and being done with it? How often do we think it's going to be that way? And as it turns out, it actually takes a bit longer than that. Because as you start undoing those layers of trauma and of those, the old belief systems and the points of views and stuff, it just brings up many, many more layers. And we're like, oh God, now I have to deal with that too before I can go back to the first one. Yeah, that's how it works sometimes, So let's do a happy general reading for the next week, for the start of October. I see from a couple of different posts that we've got the Mercury retrograde finishing up, and it's sort of like the afterflow of that happening over this week. And there's just some really interesting energies up right now around the shifting, the changing. And so let's just see what the cards come up with for the next week, and to see how we can move through this week with the easiest, with the highest and best way, so that we can just be amazingly awesome as we be in our worlds. Okay, so let's have a look. We got cards jumping all over the place today. Isn't that interesting? What's your guys' plans for the weekend? Let me know while I'm dealing out these cards. I'd love to know. Wow. Okay. This is really interesting. Okay, so the question we asked of the cards is, how can we move through this next week in the highest and best way? And out of the 5 cards of the tarot, 4 of them are reversed. So this is a really interesting one. Okay. Yay, gardening. Relaxing before starting a volunteering role. Oh, nice, Melinda. Nice. All right. So to start off with, we've got the 7 of Swords. Okay. This is obviously where we've got the little man. He's running away with a couple of the swords, with a bit of a cheeky grin on his face. All right. So with all the energies and things that are popping up at the moment, to me, I see this card in relation to what we're talking about as being someone who is just doesn't really matter what is going to pop up, whether it be people are going to be a bit slicey dicey with you or whatever. Keep in this good sense of humor. All right. So keep your sense of humor this week. Remember that at the end of the day, you're the one walking away with the most benefits. You're the one that's actually got the greatest gifts and the greatest amount of skills and talents in whatever interaction this is. So if you find yourself in a position where you are having a little bit of conflict with someone, either, verbal or mental or whatever, just keep your sense of humor about it. Keep smiling and you'll be okay. The next one we've got is the Four of Cups reversed. Okay. So when it's reversed, when it's the right way up, often it's about refusing ideas and things, possibilities coming your way, being shown to you. But when it's the other way around, it's almost like remembering to have your feet stretched out, just stretching out those feet and just being relaxed enough, just relaxing, getting a sense of relaxing with that card today. And with that, you've got all of the cups are just ready and willing to just bring down that abundance upon you, okay? Because it's like the cups are now above the person rather than below. So it's like that abundance is definitely coming your way, and it's up to you to open up your arms and to be able to receive that, okay? So while he is sitting there with his legs crossed, you see, his legs and arms crossed, and it's in the correct position when it's when it's reversed. Find those words, Lorraine. English 101. That'd be nice. I just see that as he's like stretching out, just really enjoying his space, and he's like, yeah, I'm open. So we're teaming it with the first card, like keep your sense of humor, relax, open up your arms to the possibilities that are coming your way, that are being shown to you right now, because that's one of the ways you're going to get through this next week. The next card we've got is the Nine of Wands reversed, okay? So as you can see, the lovely young man there, he's been in the wars a little bit. So you might feel like you have been in the past, a little bit under the weather, but in the wars and that sort of thing, maybe a bit pushed around. But with it being in the opposite direction, it's like now is the time for you to be able to step forward, and you're really allowing yourself to see beyond the fence, beyond the silliness. Hi, Holly. Beyond the silliness of the distractions. All right. So when I think of that one, what just popped into my head was the Matrix movie. I actually watched the newest one on Netflix last night, and the first half of the movie is pretty to be honest, but the last hour is actually reasonably good. So if you can get through the first half of the new Matrix movie called Resurrection, get through the first half, you'll be fine. But it's funny because this card here actually reminds me of that. So the first half is like this way, and the second half is like this way, where the possibilities and the truth is very much seen, and it's like you're able to move through those obstacles with so much more ease because nothing is actually there. It's all just it's a matrix, right? Now, this next card being inverted is an interesting one. We've got the 10 of Cups. So there we go, 10 of Cups. Okay. So what I'm actually seeing there, normally when it's this way, it's a card of great happiness. So when it's up this way, happiness and abundance and things like that, when it's up this way, it would often mean the opposite. But what I'm actually getting here is look up. Okay, look up and take note of the bigger picture and see who's actually got your back and who doesn't. So that's what I'm getting from that card today, which is interesting because the next card that we've got, the fifth card of the tarot, is the Fool inverted. All right. So I'm seeing that as being be very pragmatic still. So keep your sense of humor and relax, stretch out, receive that abundance, look beyond any walls or, social media stuff or any of that propaganda-y stuff. Be aware of who has your back and who doesn't, and also be pragmatic. All right. So it's not about having your head in the clouds and just going la 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 la. It's like when he's inverted, I'm seeing that he's really aware of his funds. He's really aware of his grounding. He's really aware of, where he is going. And it's interesting to see the Fool come up in this card, because a lot of people might be thinking that you're a fool for whatever choices you're making right now, whether it be to do with your own bodily health, whether it be to do with your money situations, whether it be with work or whatever. When you're looking at that assessment of who's in your life and who's got your back and who doesn't, the people who don't have your back will say that you're a fool. Okay? But the people who do have your back will be the ones that will be supporting you and keeping you grounded. Okay, so be aware of that. The next card we've got is Burgundy, which is Awaken Your Passion. So again, my beautiful, beautiful friends, get out that list, get out that, passions list and your desires list, or whatever list that you have that has your goals, your targets, whatever it is. Review that over the week and see how you're going about creating that for yourself and bringing it into your world. And if there's anything that has popped up since you wrote that list that you've achieved or received, mark a note on it and go, thank you so much. Put a date on it whenever you received it, or rough date if you can't remember, and say thank you so much. And how does it get any better than that? Or what else is possible? I would write WEIP, which is weep. What else is possible? All right. So definitely get those lists out, acknowledge those parts and pieces, have fun with that. And our yummy cards, our yummy card for the next week, please. Light spirit. Okay, so keep your spirit light, keep your spirits light, keep your and like that first card, just keep that sense of humor. You are incredible beings with amazing capacities, and it's absolutely, this is the time. Like, you might feel a bit tested, you might feel a little bit like people are against you a bit. Maybe they're calling you the fool, maybe they're not, maybe they're using other words. But now is the time to stand in your sovereignty, and time for you to really allow yourself to be true to you and to stand strong with that. Okay. So I hope that helps everybody for the next week. I'm looking forward to seeing how the week pans out. All righty. So let's just check over in the PayPal. Funnily enough. Oh dear. Has anybody else seen that Matrix movie? The Resurrection? I did think it was good in the second half, a little bit more, of the similar to the previous movies, but it was certainly an interesting one to watch, to see it from, the older Neo, the older Neo perspective. You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you for coming into play. Hopefully my sound is doing good today and not being all silly. Yeah, it's on Netflix at the moment. So, yeah. And of course, in good old-fashioned styles, they leave it open for many more to come. I'm like, oh, did we really need any more than this one? But anywho. Alrighty, so I see over in the PayPal land, the beautiful Mel has given us a little bit of a donation, which is, oh man, totally recommend watching the Matrix movies. Definitely recommend them. So there's 3. Then there was an anime version. I actually saw all three when they were out at the cinemas all those years ago. That was back in my 20s, like 20 years ago. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, it's interesting seeing this number 4 movie, technically the 4th movie, using Keanu Reeves, and it's like that whole moment of the red pill, blue pill thing. It's like, once you've taken the red pill, the pill that allows you to see the truth of what has happened and what's going on, seeing the matrix, as they say, it's very difficult to move back to the blue pill. Going back to a space where you're not, so it's interesting. So yeah, there was the 3 movies that were back in the, like, from 20 years ago, and now there's a 4th one that came out last year, if I remember rightly. Because I was like, when did that come out? Okay, Melinda, I know you're floating around, so let's me gives you a little bit of a reading, because you're very kind and you've done a donation. So I'm very grateful for you for that. Whew. Okay. Melinda, have you got something going on with your right shoulder? I just instantly got this, like, all the way up my shoulder blade, like the very edge and around the edge of my shoulder blade, and I was tuning in for you. So I'm wondering if you've got something floating around that shoulder. Just a second. Whew. You're wondering what I'm doing, my beautiful friends. Inner Segal. Okay. So the shoulders are about carrying the world on the shoulders, holding on to too much strain, stress, and worry, feeling insecure, unsure, frightened, overwhelmed, sad, rejected, distrustful, discouraged. Hurt easily, droopy shoulders indicate a lack of joy and fun, seriousness, focusing on problems rather than solutions. Okay, cool. So if you've got your Inner Segal book, I can't remember if you do or you don't. Yeah. It might be handy to grab that out and have a look. The colors for you to work with, honey, are green, blue, and yellow. So imagine sending those colors through your shoulders and allowing them to contribute to releasing all of that stress, that blame, like all that stress and that worry, like allow it to shift out of you. And also truth, is it even yours? Okay, because there's a sense that it's not, that you might be taking some of that on from other people. So all right, now that we've dealt with that one, I know you're pretty potent healer, so like trust that and allow yourself to receive whatever messages your body is trying to give you. Okay. Do you have the new book or the old book? I've now got both. So glad I finally invested in the new book, though. So glad. Excellent. Well done, Melinda. All right, my darling, first card that we've got is cancel, clear, delete. Okay, so again, this is about that taking on other people's energies that aren't yours. So it's time to cancel, clear, delete, return it to senders with consciousness attached, to destroy and uncreate the relationships, whichever tools you choose to use. It's basically saying, you know, all of these energies that are around you at the moment that you're taking on and making them real and true for you are not yours. Remove them, get them out of your space because they're not helping you. Okay. The next card, which is also along with that, is the God box. Okay, that is where we take all of our worries and we write them down and we pop them into a little box that we gift to God, right? So with that one, you can also, if you don't wish to put them in a container, you can burn them, you know, do a little ceremony if you like, and let all those worries and woes go. Let them go out of your space. Because while you're sitting there worrying about the situation with the working side of things, I get that. Okay, so I've been gently listening to, when I feel drawn to, the Practicing Stoic, and in there was a piece that I listened to around from Socrates. Okay, so the Practicing Stoic is from people in ancient Greece, the philosophers and things from ancient Greece and those sorts of areas. And he speaks of, we don't actually respond to the situation that comes up. So when we say, for example, I'm so sad about that, whatever that situation is, we're actually not responding to we're not actually sad. What we are is we're in judgment. Okay. Hi, Brooke. Thank you for coming in to say hello. So we're actually, we've got the situation, we've got our emotion, but right in the middle of that is judgment. Okay, so what we're actually responding to, what our emotional response is to judgment. So if you take away the judgment, you take away the emotional response, and then you can just see the situation for what it is from that space of like no point of view, that allowance and all of that. Okay, so being able to release any of those judgments, those worries, those woes, those stresses, writing them down helps to get them out of here for a start, but also burning them or releasing them in whatever way you choose is a really beautiful way of releasing them up to God, to Creator, to the universe, to Mother Earth, whatever. Okay, it's about getting them out of here, getting the judgment out of your world, out of your head, so that you can receive the beautiful parts of the world. Okay, so your abundance, your ability to receive more abundance will grow. If you're not all filled up with judgment, your ability to receive will definitely increase. Okay, which will help you with the next card, which is you are a powerful light worker. Now, you and I both know this. You've done work on me. And I know you at the time you were like, oh, I don't know, because it was a bars class and you were like, oh, I don't know about this. You are amazing. The talent and the gift that you have with your fingers is quite potent. And it's time for you to start believing in yourself. Okay, because I know that there's still a little thread of self-doubt that runs through your world. Okay, now, if you start believing in the fact that you are indeed a powerful light worker, then beautiful Melinda, you're going to be able to do so much more and have way more ease in seeing who you be. The next card is the one that I know that you love, is your crystals. So it's time for you to play some more with your crystals. Time for you to enjoy them some more, listen to their wisdom, because they've got a lot of wisdom to show you right now. Okay, so enjoy them some more. They're asking for to give you some contributions and asking for you to acknowledge their contribution to you. Okay, the next one we've got is the crown chakra. All right, Melinda. Sorry, let me just do this. So Melinda, your crown chakra, in other words, you're all up in your head right now. Okay, it's time to clear it out. Clear. Again, jumping back to the cancel, clear, delete. Get rid of those judgments out of your head. Okay, and hi Lynn. And those lovely judgments that are in your head right now, if you allow them to go up, you'll be able to clear off that crown chakra some more. And obviously have another listen to that chakra clearing meditation that you've got, and maybe even put some music on from YouTube that is specifically around clearing the crown chakra. Okay, you can do this, and I know you can. You have the abilities, because when you clear out, when you allow that stuff to go, or go get your bars run, do a bars swap with someone in your area, then it'll help with all of that. Okay, all right. Auburn. All right, so we've got ground yourself. Again, when we're too up here, our feet are not grounded. Time to ground yourself and allow yourself to feel Mother Earth. I know that you're a little bit of a hedge witch too, so keep playing with your ground, keep playing with your plants and everything like that. But as you're playing with the plants, imagine that your feet are a part of the earth. Okay, I'm just getting this sense of like the energies where it's like there's no separation between you and Mother Earth. Okay, all right. And the next one is experience peace and calm. Okay, again, you're going to get that by being out in nature, but do some breath work. I'm getting a lot of high chest breathing. Okay, get down into your low belly, do some low belly breath work, do some stretches, and get moving with your body a little bit more. Okay, because the body is feeling a little bit sticky. It's like, just want to wiggle it around. Okay. Next, in your yummy card. Now, we got imagination. I think maybe go and write a story. Use your imagination. Okay, it's asking you to use your brain, use that mind for something that's awesome. Instead of trying to create problems by being in judgment, because that's all that judgment does, is it creates problems, more problems on top of problems. Use it for something fun. Use it for something delicious and yummy and, all that. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Thank you very much for popping that donation through. I'm very grateful for you. Let's put that. Oh. Oh, Brooke, thank you, honey bunch. I did wonder what that little ding dong was. So that was the beautiful Brooke Hadland from Intuitive Focus has gone and done a pay it forward. How did I get so lucky? How did you all get so lucky? So somebody at some point tonight will be receiving that from Brooke. That is pretty flippin' cool. Pretty flippin' cool. Thank you so much, Brooke. Now just rolling back. I'm trying to get that book from Audible, but cannot walk out. Audible, Pocket Full of Money. Oh, right. How it works. Audible, please. Thank you. Okay, Holly. So you have to sign up for Audible. Okay, it's not free. And I'm not sure if you mean you don't know how Audible works, or if you mean like, have you got an Audible account? Because that's what you have to start with. You have to start with an Audible account. Then you can, if you sign up, I think that you get 2 months free at the moment. But if you have a look at some of your favorite YouTubers, they'll quite often have a little code that you can type in that will also give you some free time. And it's also a nice way to, like, when they do those sponsorship things for Audible, what happens is it becomes an affiliate link. And that little link, actually, every time you do purchase a book or you have your subscription, they get a small portion of that, which is a really nice sort of roundabout way of supporting your YouTubers that you follow and enjoy. So from there, once you've got your account, then you can have a look for any books that you desire to have. Okay. And I think so. Let me just double check the name of that particular book that I suggested to you. Okay, it's called A Happy Pocket Full of Money, Expanded Study Edition by David Cameron Gilcundy. Okay, so it's a very, very good book for explaining metaphysics and abundance and wealth generation and all of that sort of stuff. And it's a very easy to listen to book. Well, I found it easy to listen to. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Yay! Yeah, Brooke does rock. I completely agree. And Melinda has a veggie seedling starting to sprout. I planted some seeds from my old place, some pumpkin seeds this week. So that's really cool. And so I've actually popped them. I haven't taken any footage of it yet because I don't know if it's going to work. But what I did is I got a couple of like Coke bottles, and I cut them in half and inverted them so they're one inside the other. And then I filled the top part with soil and put my veggies in, like put my pumpkin seeds in there, and 3 per thing because I don't know if they're going to sprout or not. And then they're just the perfect size to sit on my windowsill. How does it get any better? Aww. You bless. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, honey. So yeah, it's just an interesting way to see if it, and then I can keep an eye on them every day. But I've got snow peas popping up. I've got my sugar snap peas popping up. I've got my chives and my spring onions, and I've got what else is popping up? I can't remember what I put in the middle between the chives and the whatever it is at the other end. I've put something in the middle and I can't remember what it was. Sorry, it's a funny thing. I have tried the egg carton thing. You just got to be mindful of it's not very much soil. It's only little. Yeah, a surprise that you can't remember. But I put a heap of seeds there and I can't remember what it is, but they're all sprouting up. So I'm like, woohoo, we got a celebration of something happening there. I was gifted one of those hanging baskets, containers with the like side pockets in there for chilies specifically is what that's for. But you can put herbs and things in there too. So I think I have got some chili plants coming to me soon. And then I'll add some other things. I've actually ended up accidentally growing a what do you call it, a strawberry. So I might actually, and it's sitting in the same pot as my 2 sage plants. So I might actually very carefully pull it out of there and put it up in the other thing so I can grow nicely next to my in the hanging basket thingy instead of being with my sage plants. Yeah, I know, right? I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. But anyway. All right. Getting back to it. While I think about what to do next, I'm going to show you something that I created this week, and I'm pretty fucking proud of it. So let me show you that now. There we go. Wow. Check that out. How does it get any better? I tell you what. Like, seriously, the Farm for Wellbeing, which is where we're running this retreat, is just so yummy. Like, seriously, as we were walking around the property that day, the tingles all the way up through my legs and through my hips and pelvis and belly and all the way up through to the very top of my head was just incredible, especially when we stood by Grandmother Tree. And there's a couple of other little spots there that they've made sacred places for ceremonies and stuff. But just in general, because the land has been so well taken care of and the custodians of the land are just so beautiful and have been since the 80s. It's basically been just nourished and nurtured with permaculture and all of that sort of stuff since the 80s. And so it's just been really beautifully looked after. And it's just, I have not felt that level of connectedness to the land in South Australia in such a very, very long time. And it's just so beautiful. It's almost like the fact that myself and Nikki and Lucy and Matt are going to be there facilitating our workshops and things. It almost feels like we're the added bonus to this property. And it's just like, wow, how do we get so lucky to have access to such a beautiful property? And, you know, there's other little cool things that we're going to be doing, like every participant will have their own handmade journal that has been specially crafted for this retreat. There's a goodie bag with donations from other businesses. There's going to be, you know, little things to create with. It's so super cool. It's super cool. And I'm looking forward to playing and enjoying our time together and refreshing and rejuvenating. And so that every woman who walks away from this retreat will just feel so ready for the next year. Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Yum, yum. Holly, what have you been creating? Sage, parsley, chives, chilies, oregano. What do you say? Oregano or oregano? Peppermint, thyme, tomato, capsicum, lavender. Oh, nice. Nice. Parsley. That might be what I've put in the middle. I think I might have put parsley. We'll soon find out. It'd be great if I did, because I really do like parsley. Yeah, wow. Peppermint. Oh, I wish I'd grown some peppermint, to be honest. I love peppermint. And spearmint as well. Spearmint is super good. I think we've become the gardening show, to be honest. All right. So let me see. I think ten and all right. Cool. All right, so we're going to use Brooke's Pay It Forward. All right, hang on. I'm going to write this number down so I don't get distracted. Because it's already in my head and it's like not what I've written up. So okay, cool. I've written it down. There we go. So the first person that gets it right, what number popped into my head was 45. So I don't know who else is out there thinking 45. So this is for Brooke's Pay It Forward. The first person that gets the number that I've written down on my handy dandy piece of paper, you can have Brooke's Pay It Forward. No, keep going. No. Keep going. Fight it out, girls. Fight it out. Holly. Yay, you got it, darling. Alrighty, Holly. Oh, that's funny. It's like duel to the end. That was funny. All right. Just making sure that that's gone. Okay. Holly, what question do you have, hun? And I will do you up a reading. That was funny. While you're thinking about that, Holly, popping a little question up for me. So I've got that to work with because I really love doing, those sort of more specific things. Let's show you this one. Oh dear. One of these days I'll get that banners thing sorted out. It's all good. All right, Holly. All right, give me an area at least. Do you wish to have a reading for work or personal, business, money, health? What would you like? Okay. The cards, sorry, it's taking a little while because the cards are just jumping around. Your team is like, we had to sort of have a little negotiation as to which way we wanted to work with this one. So, okay, thank you. So I was just sort of bouncing around a little bit. All right. So to start off with, Holly, we've got the gift. Okay, I'll show you this card. It's really cool. All right. So there's the gift. Okay. So this is what has come up as your issue right now of just communication gifts crystals. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this one is that the issue is that you're not really trusting your own gifts. You're not really trusting your abilities and your ability to see the solutions to what is going on for you with your well-being. Okay, there's obviously some issues coming up for you in relation to connecting with your body and the ability for you to see how to do that. Maybe you're seeking some tools for how to connect with your body in a deeper, greater way. And that's coming through in that seeking. It's sort of like I'm getting a lot of head pressure. So as I'm tuning in, it's just kind of like I'm getting that sense of like that the depression and perhaps a little bit of anxiety popping up in your world. And when we have depression and anxiety, what that's really showing, in my opinion, and bearing in mind I'm not a doctor, I'm just a spiritual person who's very aware, is that anxiety and depression generally pops up because we're not connecting to our sweet body in a way that is allowing it to communicate with you very easily. So it's kind of like when it gets to anxiety and depression and headaches and things like that, it's kind of like your body's screaming at you to go, listen to me. I'm trying to help you here and you're not fucking listening. So it's a tricky one in so much as until you learn some tools to do that, this anxiety, depression stuff is going to keep coming up for you. Okay. So there are some amazing tools out there. I didn't always listen to my body either. And I used to suffer from headaches so bad. I have suffered at times from depression. And when I reflect back on that, I certainly know for myself, it's very true that I was not listening to my body. I was not listening to the awarenesses it had. And as such, my body screamed at me. And not just with headaches and stuff like that, it turned into like middle ear infections, which gave me vertigo, which gave me, vomiting and not being able to leave home for 2 weeks and stuff like that. So our bodies are amazing tools of interpretation and awareness. So yeah, it's time for you to branch out and learn some new tools. Okay. And whether that be if I recall correctly, Holly, you in Tasmania, maybe, like there's some incredible people down there. I know of one beautiful lady, Linda Gordon, who is an incredible bars practitioner. So get your bars run, access bars run, and I'll take you guys through a tool that will help you to start learning how to trust your body and listen to your body. It's called the Light and Heavy tool. I do it with all my clients, absolutely every single one of them, to teach them how to start listening to their body, but it takes practice. Okay, so that's the issue right now. All right, the next card that we've got, which is that right now card, is this card here, which is Heart Center. Okay, and this card here is about connection, love, and receiving. So at the moment, and it actually came up inverted, but I turned it up the right way. So again, is just adding to that what I've already been saying around that, the blocks that you've got around receiving. You are receiving incredibly well. It's just that you've put up some interesting points of view, some interesting belief systems that are stopping you from being able to receive fully. Okay, and that includes into your heart. All right, so if you're receiving into your heart, then you'll be far more able to open that out. Okay, and be more willing to receive what's going on in your body. You'll be more willing to see what's going on around you. You'll be more aware of the game, the matrix, if you like. You'll be able to see it from that space of no point of view. If you've got everything else kind of cleared out, that cancel, clear, delete from the start of the show of that reading, yeah, access bars will help you with that. Okay, moving forward, or the solution moving forward rather, this is Sacred Waters. Okay, isn't that beautiful? It's just such a gorgeous card. These cards are absolutely incredible. They're the Celtic Spirit cards. So this is about deep healing, emotions, and pilgrimage. Okay, so for you, hun, I'm getting that you are in a space of very, very deep healing right now. And when we are in that deep, deep space of healing, one of the best things you can do is start linking up with people who are on that, like maybe a few steps in front of you. So that will be able to gather around you and support you, like linking up with like-minded people, and also figuring out what it is that you're, like when we talk about like-minded, what is your mind? What is your heart's desire? What is the energy of the life that you desire to create? What does that feel like for you? Okay, and start really tuning in, get really familiar with that. Because when people pop up in your world that resonate with the energy of the life that you desire, they'll be shining beacons, right? And you won't doubt yourself at all, because it'll be just like, oh my God, I feel like I know you, and I'm really excited to see you again. And oh wow, that level of excitement will grow. Okay, when you're finding those moments in your life that match that energy of the life that you truly desire, it'll just go bam, and it'll be super exciting, and it'll be just like everything will just flow so nicely. All right, so tune in on those fun things, tune in on that energy of the life that you truly desire. I'll come back to the light and heavy tool in a moment. Okay, the next card we've got for you is bronze, which is to strengthen your body. So again, along with clearing out the mind, okay, and learning how the tools of how to trust your body, that will help to strengthen your body too. Okay, because at the moment you're a little bit scattered, you're split a little bit. That's what I'm sensing. And it's like they're trying to come back. The parts and pieces of you are trying really hard to come back together. And it's kind of, there's a lot of belief systems and point of views and judgments and things that are stopping that flow from happening with ease. Okay, we've got black, which is about finding the richness from the dark night. Okay, so I've got, again, this is along the same lines as your deep healing. Even though you would possibly be classed as somebody who's in their dark night of the soul moment, remember there is always, much like this card is showing you, there is always brightness. Okay, even when we've got no moon, when it's a new moon and there is none in sight, we've still got the sparkling of the stars. Okay, so there's always lightness, even in the darkest of nights. Okay, and if it doesn't come from the sky, it comes from glowworms, or if you're in America, fireflies, or there's always something in nature that is going to shine, reminding you that it doesn't matter how dark it gets, there's always something to be shiny. Okay, hi Cindy, thank you for watching from Kentucky. How cool is that? Beautiful. Your next card, which made me smile because this has been really up in my world too, is lemon. So that's accessing innovative thinking. Okay, lemon, of course, is your yellow chakra, which is your solar plexus. So bringing in that yellow energy, focus on the yellow energies. I actually got, when I was buying a set of tiger's eye earrings a couple of weeks ago, funnily enough, there was another customer came over, and I was talking to her about focusing on yellow, and I was really drawn to these tiger's eye earrings, and not that I'm wearing them today, but I wore them last week. And she said, oh, have you ever done like a solar plexus massage? And I'm like, well, no, I haven't. Tell me more. And basically all you do is you just focus on the color yellow, in this case lemon, and imagine that color is coming through to your solar plexus, and then you get your thumb and you just gently massage that area while you're thinking about your solar plexus, and imagine all of those energies which are stuck in that particular chakra point to stretch out and dissipate. Okay, cancel, clear, delete if you like, or just release up to Creator or down to Mother Earth, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Just releasing those energies and unblocking that chakra point, and just allowing that to go through. And you can actually do that. Funnily enough, it was in the Jesus in the Essenes, Dolores Cannon's book, Jesus in the Essenes, where she was talking with the young man there, and he was doing what they call active meditation, where he was literally sitting there and he was rubbing his third eye like that as he was meditating and talking with her. So if you're feeling any blockages, you can sit and you can meditate and you can gently rub those areas. And this is a technique that has been done throughout all of the ages, right? So that's something else for you to play with. Okay. Last card for you. Yummy, yummy card. And dream. We got a dream for you, honey. Okay. So when it comes to your well-being, what is your dreams? What do you wish for? If money was not an object, how would you see your well-being being? How would you envision your daily life? Write it out. Start bringing it through. Start bringing it through and actualizing it that way. Okay, start writing out what you do see your life being like. Not what it is now, but what do you wish it was like? And not from that space of judgment, if I can never get that. As they say, reach for the stars and you might just land on the moon. Okay. Alrighty, Holly. And again, thank you very, very much to Brooke for that pay it forward. Super, super grateful for you. How does it get any better? It's just so beautiful when we've got these incredible people in our world that literally help us to support each other. So I feel very privileged to have him pop through and do that pay it forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Brooke. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, I will just write that down so I can send that to you afterwards. Okay, Holly? Yeah, Linda is just such a beautiful practitioner, and she's just created a set of cards, if I remember rightly, which she has for sale as well. Love to get me a set of those, that's for sure. She's an incredible hedge witch as well. I don't think she'll mind me calling her that. I say it with the utmost respect because she's incredible with what she does in the kitchen and her ability to connect in with nature. And she's just so lovely. Just so lovely. So yes, I will definitely do that. Alrighty, so let me just double check to see if anybody else has done any more payments, any little donations through. If you would like to donate, feel free. The PayPal me thingy has been tagged or pinned or whatever. And you're so welcome, Holly. Yeah, there's we can do a lot of stuff online, even with doing online sessions and stuff like that. But there are times, and this is one of them I get for you, Holly, that you require some in-person body work, okay, just to help you along your path and to ease your path, okay, because I'm getting that there's some stuff that really can't be helped any other way other than that. And Access Bars is an incredible tool. Even if you don't do anything else with access consciousness, the modality that it comes from. If you only thing that you ever do is use the tool of getting your access bars run, which is where you have like the 32 points on the head, and that's it. You will, I can almost guarantee you that you will be just so grateful that you did. I know for me, I was a very clogged up, angry, but trying to make it happy, full of grief and just chockers with all of the pain and the regret and the just so much heavy energies. And I had my bars run for the first time, and afterwards I sat up on the edge of the table and I was just like, whoa. And the lovely lady Judy Valero, she said to me, how are you feeling? And I said, I feel like every single cell of my body is happy. And I've never felt that before in my life, not in this lifetime. And she's just like, wow, that's really cool. How does it get any better than that? And I was like, I really don't know, but this feels amazing, absolutely amazing. And that feeling lasted for a long, like many weeks. And after a couple of months, I got her back and we did it again. And this time we worked on some things that were specifically coming up in my world at that time around my body and her and my health and well-being around my body. The first time I did it, I just because I didn't really know what it was. I was, and that second time really helped clear out a lot of really specific stuff to do with family and other body stuff going on, health and well-being things. And then, it's just from pretty much that point onwards, it's been a very regular part of my self-nurturing and self-care. And if I haven't had my bars run at the max, I think it's been 6 weeks between getting my bars run. But at that 6 weeks mark, I was like just about ready to rip someone's head off. So it really does help to keep me very calm and soothed, So yes, I will definitely be getting Linda's details to you so that you can hook up and she can run your bars and hopefully be able to help give you some ease and help you along your path with your dark night of the soul stuff. Okay. Okay, let me have a look at the Cindy. What are you saying? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, Cindy. I can give you an extended reading if you would like to pop through a little payment, the little exchange of energies up into the PayPal. I'm willing to do a slightly more extended reading, okay? Oh, thank you, Holly. You're welcome. It's about creating community, and that's, to me, that's what this is about. I wish to be able to, contribute to you guys, and an exchange of energies is always very much appreciated. If I could do all of this for free, I absolutely would. And I'm just so grateful to those of you who do pay it forward or, do a little yeah. So anyway, all right, Cindy, could you please give me a number between 1 and 88, not your favorite number, the first number that pops into your head, please? and we'll do a little baby reading, and then I'll come back and do the light and heavy tool. Okay. Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, we don't live in the time of the Essenes. The time of the Essenes was just so beautiful when the Dolores Cannon was describing it. Okay. Yeah, it's okay, Cindy. I got you. Okay, so what we've got is, the reason why I asked is it's from my poetry, my intuitive poetry book. Aww. I was going to, but I lost my card. I'll do one next week. I had to pop my card on hold. Weird. Only take care. Oh, take care. Night. Good night, Lynn. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi and playing. I adore you. Take care, my Kiwi sister. Go and touch some Kiwi soil for me, okay? Because I miss it. I really do. All right. So, Cindy. Yeah, hope it does. We'll get the bank to send you a new one. Okay. So the way that these poems work, Cindy, is like it has to be the first number that pops into your head, not necessarily your favorite number, because the numbers that come into your head when they tune into this book is the one that is most relevant to you. Okay, and then from there we do a little intuitive reading. Okay, so the poem that you got is called Us. Can't be lovers, can only be friends, want to, but the feeling's just not there. Sitting, hurting, feeling foolish and wanting to cry, but can't right now. Still want to be there, still want to find out more, still want to be with you, but only as friends. Feeling better, still hurting, thinking better now than later. Okay, Cindy. So what I'm picking up from this is there's a lot of energies around you where how do I put this? Very intense energies, emotional energies. Okay. Think of somebody who is in their late teens, early 20s, and, they're going through relationship, emotional stuff with boyfriends, girlfriends, that sort of thing, where everything is very, very much heightened. That is the energy that I'm getting off of this. Okay. So with good night, Lynn. Did the wet grass want to kiss you? Oh gosh. So Cindy, cool. I'm picking up on the right energies here. So that's great. So with those energies and the way that we can manage them is to remember that you are greater than that. Okay. And as we would with, say, if we've got children that are teenagers and things like that, there's an element of allowing them to, quote unquote, grow out of it. But there's also an element of allowing them to explore those energies in a safe way. So there's a lot of questions rolling around, but there's also a lot of hurt. There's also a lot of regret and shame. I'm getting those sorts of words popping up. So everywhere that you are feeling a lot of blame, shame, regret, guilt, anger, rage, all of that sort of stuff, I'm gonna ask you, truth, is it actually even yours? Or is it your son's? Because there's some energies there that is like, this isn't yours. This is stuff that you're taking on and trying to heal for other people. Okay, whether it be your children or whether it be other family members or people out in the community and that sort of thing. I'm getting a sense that this isn't your stuff, that you're such a beautiful open heart, but you're trying to heal everybody else and take on their stuff. Okay. And is that MS a symptom, hun, of you taking on other people's stuff and trying to heal it and not releasing it? I worked in disability for 7 years, and I saw a lot of this. When you're working from an energetic point of view, it's really different point of view. So I'm sorry if this comes across as a little bit offensive, but our bodies are incredible things. Not only do they teach us a lot of stuff, and they are intuitive and they tell us things, they're interpreting energies and feelings all the time. The other thing is that as healers, as light workers, as empaths, as, whether we be a sexual healer or any other kind of healer out there, the old way of thinking, very, very old way of thinking, many, many generations old. I'm talking back like 500 years old or more, was that as healers, we had to absorb the energy into our bodies to be able to process it, and then it would leave. Or we'd just keep it within ourselves. So we're taking it away from the other people and would hold it within ourselves. Okay. So that's a very, very old generational way of doing healing. These days, so then it went from that to going, oh, well, I'll just suck it out, but I'll protect myself with light so it doesn't actually come into my body. That was sort of like the next generation of healers. They did that. They protected themselves with light. The newest version is about acknowledging that all of those energies, those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are there, but you expand out beyond that. Okay, so we're expanding out. So I'll take you guys through that lovely expanding out tool again, so that we can perhaps even end the night on a nice expanded out space, and then you can have that to draw on at another time. But when we expand out and acknowledge the space that we truly be, because your energy, your being, your soul, your spirit, if you like, depending on whichever version you do, is far greater than the planet. It's greater than the solar system. It's greater than the universes. You are way, way, way bigger. And when we go and take all those energies and we try and hold them into ourselves to heal them and process them, all it does is make us sick. But when we expand out, we're allowing those energies just to pass through onto wherever they require to go. Okay, to the universe, to Mother Earth, wherever. Okay. So this is a time for you of just enjoying you. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly read some of your other comments. Yeah. Cool. My heart goes out to you around your mum. Yeah. I worked in a, as they call it, a memory support unit for almost a year. And that was pretty tough, watching some of the residents going through those things. And my granddad had Alzheimer's as well. So, yeah, I get that. Aww. That's lovely that he wakes you up. like, thanks, Dad. I really require to sleep, but thanks. Can you like send me a message at 3:15 in the afternoon instead? You can ask him to do that, by the way. Because if your body is still processing these things, these energies, you require your sleep. So you can ask him to wake you up in the afternoon, or nudge you in the afternoon, send you a smell or some kind of sign or something in the afternoon instead of in the middle of the night. Oh dear. Oh, that's funny. I actually can. Yeah, he's laughing. And I'm also hearing, yeah, but at 3:15 in the morning, she's not distracted by anything else. That's why I do it. It's like, goodness gracious. Make your signs clear enough and then she'll see it. All right. So MS, let's see if yes, 62. All right. So let's see if any of these things okay, Cindy. So I'm going to refer to Ina Segal again. I don't know if you know who she is. She's an incredible. So that's Ina Segal. Okay, The Secret Language of Your Body. All right. So she has here for multiple sclerosis. Not everything may be relevant to you, but just have a listen and see for yourself what is relevant. Okay. It says for multiple sclerosis, putting other people and commitments first, pushing yourself too hard, overworking, not feeling good enough, limited point of view, self-neglect, rejection, self-sabotage, feeling disconnected from yourself and others, exhaustion, worry, shame, and guilt. So does any of that resonate for you? I'll just give you a moment to see if any of that does resonate. Yeah. Okay. So whether you are able to reverse what you have or not, your journey this lifetime is about healing those energies. Okay. It's about you learning how to put yourself and your own nurturing first. And it's time for you to stop trying to heal everybody else before you actually work on yourself. So it's time for you to stop trying to pull the Alzheimer's and dementia out of your mum. And to stop trying to pull the energies of everybody else in to heal you. You've obviously created a couple of very gorgeous sons, and you've said one of them is gifted. Okay. Now, he will be learning from you right now. He'll be energetically learning how to function with energy through you and what you're doing. So that's just giving you a little bit of like okay, I better learn some tools. Okay. You can do this, but it's about choice. Okay. There's some things that happen sometimes with and as healers, we've often taken on a lot of oaths and vows and things to heal others. And so there's processes that you can do that can be like, I could say, if you were to book in a session with me, an online session, because that's really cool because I've got the ability to do that. If you were to book an online session with me, then we can work through some of the stuff that is preventing you from being able to stop healing others all the time. But often the biggest thing is just to create that demand of yourself. I am not doing that anymore. I draw the fucking line in the sand. No. This is about creating boundaries. This is about, it's not about barriers, by the way. That's a whole other thing. This is about a boundary. I am not choosing that. I have to focus on me now. This is all that my life really is about now. I have to sort myself out first. I have to put the oxygen mask on myself first. And even if this is a case of, you see that guilt, that's to do with the oaths and stuff. Okay. You should never feel guilty. Okay. It's, you can't gift from an empty cup. You have to take care of your cup. And that's a part of why we develop sickness. Okay, when we've just, that big long list of stuff that I just read out from Ina Segal's book, that's every single one of those is drawing on your cup. Less and less and less and less and less. So there's less to give. So your vessel is empty. It's time to fill it up. Okay. About my knowledge. Yeah, that's okay. You're aware of it. You're aware of that there's something bigger going on. So my interesting point of view is that for the majority of us, especially us lovely light workers, this lifetime is about healing. It is nothing to do with, we can't all be the Oprah Winfreys and the Richard Bransons and the Gary V's and the Kerwin Rays of the world. We can't all be Elizabeth Peru, and we can't all be, all of these incredible people out there, Laurie Ladd and stuff. Not everybody's going to be like that. The majority of us, the purpose of our life is to heal that generational stuff, to heal the aspects of ourselves which are preventing us from truly seeing all of our gifts, talents, and abilities and being able to use them to the greatest and highest for all, including ourselves, of course. There's a lot of the stuff that we're undoing at the moment, that the world is undoing, is all this patriarchy stuff. Okay. And with that requires a fuckload of healing. Not only for the community in general, but for us. Okay. And as we heal ourselves, we're helping to contribute to the undoing of all of those control systems, which is a beautiful thing, but it's challenging. I'm not going to lie. It is challenging. But I can also tell you that the more you do, the easier it gets. It's like learning to drive. When you first hop in a car and it's like really scary because suddenly you're in charge of this, 1-ton killing machine. That's what used to run through my head anyway. And it's like, oh God, now I'm going to be on the road and around other people, and holy crap. What if something goes wrong? What if I get distracted? And what if I just suddenly like crash into something? Like, oh my God, I had this big freak out. But slowly but surely, I got used to it. I got used to the different movements and of driving a manual car and then driving an automatic car and, driving in different places and driving with traffic lights and roundabouts and all those sorts of things. Learning to do hill starts and, parallel parking and all those sorts of things. Until now, I just do all of that without too much of a thought. And healing is the same. Okay. So let me just have a look. I feel guilty if I don't. My person truly sees deceased people. Cool. That's okay. So again, your son, if he's seeing spirit, okay, and entities, bearing in mind those two things are a little bit different. It's time to get him some tools, get him some teachers, okay? Because, yeah, thank you, Melinda. Yeah, healing that ancestral trauma is big. And but definitely it helps so much. Helps so much. There was one lady who I did a session with a couple of weeks ago, and she had this thing come up around not having great wealth. Great wealth is not for you, she was told by her team. And she's like, that doesn't work for me. So can we do some work around that? And I said, absolutely, we can. And it turned out it was a belief system that had been put in place 2,000 lifetimes ago. So we healed that. And we brought that healing through to now. And we healed through her business and through all of her bank accounts and investments and all sorts of things. And this is just some of the things that you can do. I do a lot of past life regression type work, which is so fucking super potent. All right. So again, as a healer, I get it. I get that incredible desire to just contribute to other people constantly. There was one of my relationships which showed me how potent I am in my sleep. I can quite easily sit there or lay there at nighttime when I'm sleeping, healing my partner. And so with my new relationship, I said to him, do I have your permission that if my body perceives that your body is requiring some healing, do I have your permission to do that? And the reason why I asked it like that is because if I didn't, he would wake up in the morning being really cranky and resentful to me because I've healed his body, been healing his body over the night, but without his permission. And so he would be angry and resentful about that and then push me away. And that's not what I desired. And he's like, yeah, of course. If you want to, if your body is asking, like, what she just sees that I need to have some healing, cool, do it. So that's our agreement. All right. So now I wake up in the morning, even if my body's been doing healing of his body over the night, I don't wake up exhausted. And he doesn't wake up resentful at me. He wakes up brightened, like, whee, off for the day, which is awesome. Respect. That's what that is. It's about honoring the other person and what they require. So yes, tools. All right. So just while I have a little drink of water, I think I'll just show you guys this and then we'll come back and do some tools, okay? Oh, I'm so glad I did those things. Most excellent. All right, so tools, my friends. Let's do the expanding out tool first. Okay, so this is about remembering that you are far greater than your body. Okay, your being, your soul, your spirit is not in your body. Your body is in your spirit, being, soul. Okay, and this is going to show you how to do that, how to tap in. All right. So, because that is one of the greatest lies that you've ever been taught about your spirit and your being, is that it is within your body. No, it's not. Our body is here having a human experience, as they say, but it is, it is our spirit that is enjoying our time here. All right, so close your eyes, everybody. Take a really nice, big, deep breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly. And if you can even imagine further down into your toes, take a big, deep breath in. And slowly letting it back out again. Another big, deep breath in for a count of 6. Pausing at the top and then out for 8. In for 6. And out for 8. In for 6. And out for 8. Okay, keep breathing nice and slowly while we go through the expanding out exercise, remembering we're just teaching our bodies how to be in the peaceful zone, our happy, releasing all of those happy hormones. That's why we breathe slowly like that. Now become aware of your body. Become aware of the clothes on your body. Become aware of how your body is positioned. And now tune in on all the cells of your body. And now tuning in on the molecules of those cells. And then you've got a big, beautiful microscope, keep going down further and further until you see the atomic level, where you can see the protons and the neutrons and the nuclei all zooming around, doing their thing. And you'll notice that you are indeed 99.999% space. It's a scientific fact. You'll also notice when you look at your molecules right now that nothing is stuck or stagnant. Everything is shifting and changing and moving. And as soon as you place a bit of a thought on one of them, pop, off they change into something else. That is how metaphysics works. That is how energetic healing works. You can change anything. And it's only our judgments that get in the way. Now expanding out your awareness out to the size of the room that you're in, into all the corners, up the top and down the bottom, expanding out like a big, big bubble to fill out your entire room. And now expanding out your awareness to the size of the building that you're in. Now expanding out even further with your bubble, up into the sky and down into the earth, to the size of the city or the town that you're in. And now expanding out to the size of the country that you're in, up into the sky and down into the earth, expanding out greater and greater. That's it, well done. And now expanding out to the size of the planet. Keep expanding that awareness out. You guys are doing really, really well. Now expanding out your awareness to the size of the solar system. And even if you go, I can't possibly do that, please know that your spirit, your being, is already doing it. It knows what I'm doing because it's already been here before. We're just teaching this human body how to do it. And now expanding out your awareness out beyond the galaxies, and now beyond the universes even. Beautiful. So all that lovely energy is just releasing through. And keeping your awareness nice and expanded out like that. You can go further if you like. Now focusing on your beautiful, beautiful body. And grab your sense of allowance. So your sense of allowance is the ability to look at anything and anyone, any situation from no point of view. And you're able to see all the aspects of that situation and not get caught up in the emotions of it or the judgments of it either. That's called no point of view. So now expanding out your allowance out beyond your body, beyond the size of the room, beyond the size of the building, and that big, big bubble up into the sky, down into the earth, out to the size of the city or the town that you're in. And now expanding out to the size of the country, to the size of the planet, and now to the size of the solar system. Expanding out your allowance to the size of the galaxies, to the size of the universes. Even that feels pretty big. And now expanding out beyond your awareness. And now take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just notice how the body relaxes. Because now you're not trying to shove all of that beautiful space that you truly be into this body. Okay? As you move through your day, if you can continue to be this beautiful expanded out space, you'll be able to not be taken by surprise by people if they choose lies to deceive you. You'll be able to see everything with a lot more ease. Okay? So now you can feel free to open your eyes. Now we're going to teach you, that was the expanding out tool. That was a very slow way of doing the expanding out tool. Okay, and when I'm doing my sessions, we take you even further than that. Because where we go, we require to be further than that. Can you imagine? And now I'd like to teach you one of many tools that I have that teach you how to tune in with your body. Okay? So I'd like you now to just be very aware of your body. And now think of a situation where you have been so happy. Really, really happy. Think of a memory where you're really, really happy. And now tuning in on what parts of your body now are responding to that. For me, when I tune into my yes or my happy place or my lightness, the tips of my ears tingle. It's right up in here. So right there. So wherever you're feeling it in your body is absolutely appropriate for you. Okay? That is your yes. That is what is true for you. And if you haven't got a happy memory, that's okay. Think of your favorite food. Even if you only get just a teeny tiny little bit of it. How does that make you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your heart? Do you feel it in your fingertips? Do you feel it in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your ears like I do? Or is it like the air around you just all of a sudden gets a whole lot lighter? It's like you're floating, because that's possible too. And now I would like you to think of a situation that caused you a lot of pain, a lot of grief, a lot of anger. Okay, and just perceive where that sits in your body. The other one I like to use is imagine that you're eating dog poo pies. And just perceive what happens to your body. Is it still feeling that lightness, or is it suddenly feeling very heavy and yuck? So that is what we call the heavy, right? When it's heavy, it's not true for you. Okay, your body wouldn't willingly choose to eat dog poo pies. So when we start moving through our day and we actually use this tool, one of the ways that I really started making the commitment to my body was to ask every time I went to eat something, truth, body, is this what you wish to have? And sometimes it would be a straight yes, sometimes it would be a straight no, sometimes it would be a wobble. And that happened with my coffee. One day I walked into the kitchen and I said, okay, body, do you wish to have coffee right now? And it was a wobble. And I went, okay. So I went, truth, body, do you wish to have the hot water? I said, yes. Truth, body, do you wish to have the coffee? Yes. Truth, body, do you wish to have the milk? No. So I was like, oh, okay. Body doesn't wish to have milk and coffee today. And it still generally doesn't. And this is going on about 5 years, 6 years now. And so I just drink black coffee. Or if I do have any milks, it's generally like almond milk or something like that. I can have cow's milk every now and then, but my body doesn't really enjoy it so much anymore. It just takes practice. Okay, so practice with food, practice with the clothes that you wear on a daily basis. Ask your body, truth, what do you wish to wear today? You might be quite surprised. There's days where I've gone, I don't know what the hell to wear. And I'm like, okay, body, truth, can you please show me what you would wish to wear today? And I'm just like going, I don't know about wearing those things together. And I put them together and it's like, wow, you've created something really amazing. So it increases the level of trust with you and your body. It increases your level of trust with you and your awareness. It increases the level of honoring with you, your body, and your awareness. All from one simple tool, the light and heavy tool. So if you expand out, do that lovely tool, then you can tune into your awareness really easy. Okay. No, Cindy, you're not going crazy. Not at all. Yes, there is indeed actually a spiritual third eye. Okay, so your spiritual third eye has always been about your awareness. Okay, and your thymus, which sits down here, was about seeing the future. Okay, so it's very close to our hearts. I think I've got that around the right way. And when we were children, our thymus was shut down. And so all of the capacities with the thymus went to our third eye. So that's why quite often people end up with headaches when the third eye is working overtime or is a bit blocked. Okay. So yes, Your children aren't the only ones who are gifted, honey. So are you. It's part of why you've got the sickness. It's a bit of what we like to say, dis-ease. Okay? You've got dis-ease with your body, dis-ease with your capacities. What a beautiful gift you've got. And now it's time to figure out how the best to unlock all of those capacities. And they won't undo all at once. Don't worry about that. You'll only undo as much as you can cope with at that time. So today, you're seeing that you actually do indeed have a third eye. Congratulations. And you're seeing that you have capacities of being able to see yourself being born. How beautiful is that? Congratulations. So no, you're not going crazy at all. I've been in sessions where I've seen that for myself. And it was one of the most healing and beautiful things that I could have ever seen, because for the first time in my life, I saw that somebody did actually love me from the moment I was born. It wasn't my mum. It was actually the midwife who delivered me. And that changed a lot in my world. Yes. Anyway, beautiful people, thank you so much for coming to join me today. I'm incredibly grateful to you all. And before we go, who else is floating around? I can see that there's still a few people hanging. Hopefully I haven't spaced you all out completely. I adore you all, and I thank you very much for being with us here on our Find You Fridays. I hope you all have an absolutely incredible week. I adore you too. Thank you. And next week on Tasty Tuesdays, I have Sonia K. Horrocks from Connecting Souls Wellness. She's an absolutely beautiful being. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for coming to say hello. So I'm looking forward to having a chat with Sonia. And then, of course, the week after, we've got two guys and a girl back. So we'll have the incredible Brooke and Matt back on with me talking about something juicy and delicious, I'm sure. And we will dive into that from both the masculine and feminine points of views. But next week we have Sonia K. Horrocks from Connecting Souls Wellness, and I'm looking forward to that. And of course, I'll see you back here on Find You Fridays next week. Until then, if you're interested in doing the retreat, the Honoring You retreat, I'll put a link to that in the chat. And I look forward to seeing you really soon. Aww. See you on Tuesday night. Please send me that. Yes, I have that on my little post-it note. So I will definitely do that for you, Holly. No problems at all. And I think that you guys are all incredible and amazing people. Until then, till I see you next time, thank you. Do something tasty for yourself over the weekend. And have fun. Get out there. Please spend some time in nature. I know I harp on it every fucking week. Go and do it. Enjoy your body. Enjoy yourself. And I really look forward to seeing how we go over this next week, the beautiful new month of October, seeing all the different energies that are popping up. Keep your sense of humor. All right. Remember, nothing is as bad. Relax. Stretch out, enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
me.